So we had this situation that happened recently with a family that was on the market trying to purchase a home. And they've been in the market searching for a little while. They had actually had went to Zillow, Realtor.com, and were calling on listings that way, and oftentimes finding out the agent they were talking to wasn't even the listing agent. Or they were going into open houses and looking at open houses and things like that. And then they actually, I think they wrote a couple of offers, and they were getting pretty beat out by them in those offer situations. In fact, they were so frustrated they didn't want to write on those homes that had competing offers anymore. And one of their friends told them, hey, before you give up on this whole thing, you might want to reach out to Josh. And so I had talked to him. And when I talked to him, I'm going to share with you what I told them, which was the first thing was that, hey, you're probably not frustrated that you're in a competing offer situation from time to time. You're probably frustrated that you're not winning when you're in those competing offer situations. And so I talked to him about the importance of sitting down in advance with an agent and really designing what I would call a home search plan. And in advance, what you try to do is you help your buyers become market experts in the price range that they're shopping in. And when you do that, really when the right home does present itself, they're familiar with the home prices in the area, they're familiar with the market, they're familiar with all of the comparable properties. They have total confidence to make an offer when the right home presents themselves. And there's some education that goes into that, and a good agent's gonna walk them through that. The next thing I talked to him about was how important it was to work with a full-time real estate agent. I'm talking about somebody that's working 40 or 50 hours a week, is showing up at an office every day, because the collaboration that takes place when real estate agents are working together, they're sharing properties with each other, they're sharing good deals in the market, they're sharing homes that they may have already looked at that they thought were great, and they may not have been for their client, but good for somebody else's client. And so there's a lot of momentum that takes place just by pairing up with an agent that actually is active in the market. I can't tell you how many times I've heard from buyers that they paired up with an agent that wasn't as excited as they were to find the home, and it only led to frustration and disappointment. And so, I mean, in our situation, our office, we don't even hire people that are not willing to commit themselves fully to the client, right? The next thing that we talked about was how important it was to actually have access to inventory that's not on the market yet. And so, for example, if you're only looking online, you're looking at the very same homes that other buyers are looking at, right? And so at our office, we're bringing in 40 to 50 listings per month. And in many cases, our sellers are telling us, hey, we'll sign a document giving you permission to share your home with all of our buyers, right? While they're prepping the home for sale with photography, and home staging and all the things they're doing. They're saying, hey, Josh, go ahead and, bring your clients if you'd like to in advance. And so our buyers are getting, a sneak peek, if you will, and early access to some of these properties long before they ever hit the market, which obviously is a huge competitive advantage in the market, right? And the last thing I would talk about is just on those competing offer situations. I think that those are the best things that can happen because it's instant feedback that you're looking at the right products. You're not just finding something that you think you like, it's something that everybody likes. That's a good thing because when you go to sell that home, you're probably more assured that, hey, when I go to sell my home, I'm likely to have more people interested in buying this home too. So we don't want our clients afraid of that. Instead, what we want is a strategy, a plan that we can make sure they're going to get an offer that's written and accepted. And so in the example I gave you, the good news is those folks were able to find a home just within about a month. And they have a completely different outlook on real estate now because they're living in the ideal home, they got a great price, and that's exactly the outcomes that we're looking for all of our clients.